Alright, here we are. Can you believe it? Week 4. All done. Day 11 for BCA-101. Okay, we worked a little more on word processing. We're pretty much almost done with that. We looked at a number of avenues of understanding the web. Hopefully that made sense. We decided to talk about shaming on Monday. So look at a few things we had on the board. So Unit 2 is done, or pretty much done. What key things we did? We talked about communications, and we talked about the internet. We talked about the internet in the entire course, and we learned something a little bit more new about it every unit. Okay, so what we did today was we looked at accessing our web server, accessing using this address to access our web pages on the server. Not everybody has it working yet, but we'll take a look at that on Monday. How we get there, we're on a PC here in the room, okay, and we have our browser, and we go through, let me use this here, we go through to a switch, we can go to the device, and then bring the information back to our browser. So we can see the HTML, not literally, but sort of see it come back to our browser. We will look at it specifically what it looks like in the future. Okay? And we did a little review. We talked about all computing devices, processor, memory, storage, hard drive to store stuff. Operating system is in memory, and then we talked about using that browser. Alright. I'll make note of something else here that you can if you are out somewheres and you can access this server via the internet using this address. Okay, that's a public address used out on the internet. This private address is used in our internal network. More about why that is. And we did talk about too, we could supply a domain name to this address and use the domain name instead of the address to access the web server. Alright. Yeah, nobody else in the world has this except for us, right here, or me, or whatever you want to do. Take a look at the bigger picture. So you could be out here on the internet. Let's just say, yeah, out here at home, and then you could access the internet and come in and through and to the web server using that public IP address. So you'd type the address tilde, your last name and initials, and it should pull up your web page from that web server. We all talked about Canvas. We're accessing Canvas. We're here on campus. I'll use another color. So we can use our PC here in campus and access Canvas. Information stored there. Okay? And I drew this diagram here showing this is literally what happens. It goes from this switch, this multi-layer switch, to a router, to this switch out to campus. This switch also has a connection in here to the main part of campus. Alright. For the day, believe it or not. We did some other things in class. We talked about the importance of this. I actually looked that up. I found some jobs being $50 to $60 an hour. That's not bad. What is this? That's a user interface, user experience. It's people who design the interaction between the user and the device. I don't expect you to read this, but I do expect you to make note. We are finishing up Unit 2. Okay. There's a few loose ends we'll talk about on Monday, but we're finishing up this unit and we're finishing up word processing. Take a look at spreadsheets, and Unit 3 is details about technology. Might be some of you's least favorite unit, but it's the last long unit, and I think everything from then on is a little more applying than learning. Yeah, it's all learning. Anyway, so that's it. 4 weeks under our belts. Make sure you let me know if you have any questions, concerns, or problems.